7 years coming to a close. Yeah. This is good, though, man. You gotta understand how it works. Yeah. See, your life ain't nothing but a book. I got my finger on the corner of the page. Come on. All I'm doing is I'm about to turn it. Right. I can't wait to see what God got for me on that other page.
So he seems like he's gonna be just fine.
Yes.
Okay, now that was an Instagram video posted by Steve Harvey's wife, Marjorie. Now, he's staying pretty positive, you guys, after, it was announced that his talk show, Steve, will end after its 7-season run in June. The Kelly Clarkson show will move into that time slot in the fall.
Yeah, it's been a crazy couple of days. So right after word came about his talk show, we also learned that on his game show, Little Big Shots, that he's no longer going to be doing that show. Melissa McCarthy is going to be taking his place on the kids' game show.
Yeah, now he's still busy because he is going to still be hosting Family Feud and various pageants. And who else knows what other projects. His wife kind of alluded to the fact on her Instagram that he might have something coming up next.
I'm sure he does. Steve Harvey is one of the busiest people.
Yes. He's still on that Forbes list, honey.
Yeah.
He's where I'm trying to get, so he's fine.
There, exactly, absolutely.
Morning. Now, if you just joined us, we're talking Loquisha. Now, tell them about Loquisha.
Loquisha is a movie about a white man who's pretending to be a black woman in order to get a job on radio, where they're looking for a black woman radio host.
All right. So
and of course, the show becomes successful when he lands the job, even though he's a white man.
So let's play a snippet of the trailer right fast.
Loquisha. She's brilliant. I know. Get her in here. Loquisha gonna be the biggest thing in radio, but I still need my anonymity. You live with Loquisha. What's your problem?
Hi, Loquisha. It's free.
Oh, I ain't talking to you, not the way you sound. Next caller.
You go, girl.
You just be good to her. If you good to yourself, you can be good to others. But don't be too good because the police will come around.
Loquisha is a real role model for every African-American woman on this planet.
I think I might be a black woman trapped in a white man's body.
So we're asking 800-585-1051. What are your thoughts? Let's start with you. You're a black woman.
Yeah, I thought it was very offensive that he tried to, first of all, it sounds like a stereotypical what a white person thinks a black woman sounds like. And then the name Loquisha is that it just feels very like stereotyping what a black woman is. And it's already hard enough for black women to get these positions and these jobs. So the fact that you make a movie about a white man getting this job because he can't get it because he's a white man is kind of like, we have some type of affirmative action going on. Like, let us have a job that is very few and far between for us.
But people would say it's a movie, and they did it in White Chicks where Marlon and Damon played, they were black men that played white chicks.
I think that's the exact opposite of what this is.
Yeah, well, Charlamagne, what do you think?
Well, I mean, here's the problem. The problem is there's not a black woman behind this, all right? That white guy, what's his name, that did this?
Jeremy Seville.
Jeremy Seville should have went to one of his black female comedian friends and let her be the face of this. If he did that, I don't think it would be an issue because there's an unwritten rule that the oppressor can't make films like this about the oppressed, but the oppressed can do that to the oppressors, and that's just the way it is. But I think that people got to stop being offended by fictional worlds. Like, it's a movie, it's entertainment. Like, I grew up on people pretending to be other people all the time, and Living Color made fun of everybody. Dave Chappelle made fun of everybody. You got white chicks. Remember Joanna Man, where he pretended to be a woman NBA player? We would have never gotten Shanae or Wanda in this generation. You telling me Shanae and Wanda were positive depictions of black women?
I just find this is what a white man thinks a black woman sounds and looks like and what her name should be. But there is a black comedian from the movie who is defending the movie, and here is what he has to say.
If anyone's offended, I'm very sorry, but I wasn't trying to make anything that's a mockery. And in fact, I don't think the trailer does the movie any justice. I don't think any of the black people that worked on it thought we were making a mockery. I think we're, at least for myself, well-versed in our plight and our history and all of that. This is a comedy. It's a story about one guy who does the wrong thing for the right reasons, and ultimately he pays the price. I think you kind of have to withhold judgment until you see the movie.
All right, well, let's go to the phone lines. 800-585-1051. We have Elvis on the line. Elvis, good morning.
Hey, good morning. What's up?
What do you think about, what are your thoughts on the movie?
I think it's great. I think it's a great idea. I think it's the best idea since White Chicks. Do you remember White Chicks?
Oh, my God.
White Chicks was good. I'm not going to fret. This movie sounds like a dope idea. Y'all tripping.
Well, he actually did. The writer and director did and the guy who started it did actually tag Marlon Wayans and say, Loquisha, meet White Chicks. And Marlon said, please stop tagging me in this BS.
It's the same thing, though.
Well,
That's what I said. It's similar
Marlon
to the
doesn't
same
seem
thing.
to think so.
But you
I
know,
mean, listen, white women could have been offended by white chicks. White women could have been like, we don't act like that. That's stereotypical. They could have did the same exact thing.
Yeah,
but
we're just
they
always
did.
oppressed and always marginalized. But yeah.
Well, that's the thing. Like
Well,
I
thank you,
said,
Elvis.
it's an
That's the
unwritten rule.
problem.
It's an unwritten rule that the oppressed can't. I mean, the oppressor can't do that to the oppressed, but the oppressed can do that to the oppressors. This is the way it is.
hello, who's this?
Hi, my name is Janice.
Hey, Janice, what are your thoughts on LaQuisha?
I think it's offensive. Like, number one, like, just the name alone, like, that's the name he chose to, like that's the first thing he thought of when he thought of a black woman. And then I think you can't compare it to white chicks because with white chicks, it was they were studying two Pacific white girls that they had to, like, pretend to be. He decided to become a black woman and
A caricature.
Hold on, y'all have not even seen the movie yet because guess what? We do radio, and when we first start doing radio, what's the first? Who they tell you that we talking to? Tell me, Angela and Envy. Come on now. Who did these consultants and stuff tell us we talking to? Shaniqua from Newark, who got 2 kids, okay, watches Love and Hip Hop all damn day. So we don't know if in this movie this guy was talking to a radio consultant who told him the same thing.
Yeah, but that's not the only type of black.
Yeah, nobody want to talk. Boy, y'all some suckers.
So wait a second. I think from what we saw in the trailer, it looks like he didn't get this job when he applied.
That's right, you guys, and there is more of this video that I'm going to show you in just a second. We had to bleep out all of the profanity, but I also want to show you these tickets that the mother left behind in that classroom at the school behind me here. Now, I crossed off one bad word, but it says free blank kicking, must be 18 or older to redeem.
She's a girl, y'all are boys, okay? If y'all bully my daughter, if you look at her the wrong way, if you breathe the wrong way.
The Orange County mother who ranted and threatened students using profanity in her daughter's classroom at Niguel Hills Middle School Tuesday.
Anybody over 18, I'll them all up. Do you understand me?
Realizes she may not have handled her frustrations in the right way. Do you still think that was the appropriate way to handle it?
I don't, but I do think that sometimes if you've done everything you can do the way you're supposed to do it and it hasn't been resolved, then sometimes as a parent, as a mother, as someone above the age of 18, you have to decide if you're willing to go a step further and deal with any consequences.
Christian Tinsley claims her daughter has been bullied by a group of boys for months. Yet despite disciplinary action, it's still going on, she says. So she came to class uninvited, and her outburst was recorded on a student's cell phone.
Y'all think y'all bullies? I'm the big bully, okay? Let that be known and understand that. Leave my daughter alone, and I mean it. And if I have to come up here again, it's gonna be a problem.
Capistrano Unified School District officials say Tinsley didn't follow school rules and is now banned from campus. This mother worries about school security and how this could happen.
I'm wondering how she got in the classroom. I'm wondering how she was allowed to go on with that, her speech there, and so nobody stopped her, and security wasn't called right away. And how she was allowed to talk to the kids like that, that's unacceptable.
According to the principal, the teacher asked for help from the front office as Tinsley was yelling. In a statement to families, Tim Reese added, when a parent or student shares concerns about bullying or harassment with administration, teachers or staff, they are immediately investigated at our school site, and both students and their parents are contacted. Christian Tinsley admits this occurred, but
when I was dropping her off, told me that she didn't want to go to school. And then she made a comment to me that if she wasn't as strong as she was, she would have killed herself. And so that's when Mama Bear mode went into effect.